beloved children of the Almighty. Have you ever felt ensnared in a perplexing web where your words get twisted and your sense of reality comes under fire? Sometimes, those who should hold a special place in our hearts can obscure the truth and warp love into a manipulative tool while wearing a mask of virtue. Such interactions can leave you questioning your own judgment and peace of mind. And in such moments, you may find yourself in the unsettling presence of a narcissist. These individuals come with an array of faces: the boastful conqueror, the endless victim, the self-righteous moralist. They thrive on manipulation and drain the emotional well-being of those around them. C.S. Lewis once insightfully remarked that pride acts like a spiritual cancer, eroding our ability to love or experience contentment. Realizing these patterns helps us equip ourselves against their damaging effects. So, how do we identify narcissism when it creeps into our lives? Narcissists are often characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance. They may demand your admiration and validation while showing little concern for your feelings or needs. Their behavior can range from the overtly arrogant to the subtly deceptive. Have you ever been in a conversation where the narcissist dominated the dialogue, veering every topic back to themselves? You might recall sharing a personal struggle, only to have them respond with their own story, dismissing your feelings as if they are inconsequential. This habit can chip away at your self-esteem, making you feel small and unworthy. Moreover, narcissists have an uncanny ability to gaslight their victims. They distort reality, cause you to question your perception, and often make you feel like you're overreacting. They might say things like, "You're too sensitive," or "You're imagining things." Such statements create a fog of confusion, leaving you doubting your emotions and experiences. Imagine asking questions in a relationship only to be met with anger or blame. Have you ever second-guessed your sanity, self-worth, or even your faith because of someone else's manipulative tactics? The Bible offers critical insights in 2 Timothy 3 verses 2-5, warning us that in the last days, people will become lovers of themselves, selfish and abusive, masquerading under a facade of godliness while negating its essential meaning. This vivid description hits home when we observe the deceptive traps laid by narcissists. In relationships tangled in narcissism, love can feel like a battleground filled with gaslighting, guilt, and shame. A grandiose narcissist may shine brightly, exuding confidence that demands the world revolve around them. However, when their illusion crashes down, they expect empathy for their turmoil. Alternatively, vulnerable narcissists draw you in with their tales of victimhood, only to manipulate your compassion into a relentless cycle of discontent. It's fascinating and concerning how one person can oscillate between self-importance and self-pity, creating a whirlwind of emotional chaos. This recurring cycle can lead you to question your worth and even your sanity. But take heart in knowing that God brings clarity amid confusion. Psalm 147 verse 3 assures us that He heals the brokenhearted and binds up our wounds. Our God is a source of peace and truth, encouraging us to uncover these shifting behaviors with wisdom rather than despair. Understanding that the nature of narcissism can leave you feeling mentally and emotionally exhausted is essential. One moment, they may exude confidence and charm. The next, they might crumble, refusing to own up to their faults. This emotional whiplash can bewilder you, leading to deeper wounds filled with self-doubt. Take note, narcissism exists on a spectrum, and recognizing various patterns can empower you to navigate relationships wisely. For instance, communal narcissists present themselves as altruistic, disguised as selfless contributors to the greater good, all while seeking adoration for their apparent benevolence. They thrive on praise and validation, but often leave others feeling small or inadequate for not recognizing their sacrifices. Mirroring this, you have those who engage in victimhood. These individuals constantly highlight their suffering, drawing attention and sympathy. Their emotional landscape revolves around their pain, often compelling you to focus your support squarely on them while neglecting your own needs. Now, let's delve into the darker variant, malignant narcissism. Unlike their more grandiose counterparts, malignant narcissists don't just seek admiration, they aim for dominance. They wield manipulation, gaslighting, and even vindictiveness as tools to keep their victims entrapped and questioning their reality. How often have you felt the creeping sensation of being surveilled, an invisible force dictating your thoughts and actions? In a world teeming with such deception, it is crucial to guard your heart diligently, as Proverbs 4 verse 23 urges. Recognizing when someone seeks to undermine rather than uplift you is fundamental for your emotional safety. In moments of turmoil, you may feel cornered, but a faithful response may entail setting boundaries or seeking God's protection. Establishing boundaries is not an act of cruelty. It is an essential facet of self-respect. By defining what is acceptable in your interactions, you affirm the divine worth that resides within you. Romans 12 verse 9 reminds us that love must be genuine. It's vital to understand that authentic love does not tolerate abusive behavior. When facing scenarios steeped in narcissism, whether masking itself as selfless altruism or exhibiting blatant self-righteousness, vigilance is crucial. People who appear selfless may actually be hunting for admiration, subtly demanding praise for their gestures, while leaving you feeling unworthy for not recognizing their efforts. It's crucial to strike a balance between kindness and personal assertion. Navigating the tumultuous waves created by narcissism may unfurl overwhelming tides. But remember, there is always hope. God's relentless love serves as a fortress against the chaos sown by narcissists. Your inherent worth is deeply rooted in Him, not contingent upon the approval of other people. Cling to this truth as your refuge, as Psalm 139 verse 14 reminds us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. In reclaiming your identity, it's essential to seek healing through prayer, community support, and even professional counseling if necessary. Surround yourself with individuals who reflect God's love and truth, reminding you of your value and worth. As we draw this conversation to a close, take a moment to contemplate the following questions. What boundaries do I need to establish to safeguard my well-being? How can I reclaim my sense of self in the comforting embrace of God's love? If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to comment, "Angels walk with me. I am shielded by grace." Consider sharing this insight with friends or loved ones who may also be wrestling with similar struggles as we walk this journey of faith together. Let us uplift one another, drawing strength from our collective experiences and guiding each other toward healing and freedom in Christ. In conclusion, remember that you are not merely a spectator in your life. You have the power to change your circumstances. By acknowledging the influence of narcissism, you can reclaim your joy and peace, rooted firmly in the approval of God, which is unwavering and eternal. Together, let's step forward into the light of truth, steadfast in faith and grace.